So John Mayer has said a lot of things that I don't really connect with, and sometimes I even have a tough time connecting with his playing, but he just said something about Jerry Garcia that I think is really, really interesting. When talking about Jerry's playing, he said, quote, "I would never come close to playing like Garcia. My goal is just to bring listeners closer to his spirit," end quote. That might be the most accurate thing anyone has said about Jerry Garcia that I've heard, and I want to tell you why I think this is such an important statement coming from John Mayer. So let's get right into it. So John Mayer has studied Jerry Garcia in a way that very few people have, and he has stood in his shoes on stage with Dead and Company. And he has realized through these many years of channeling Garcia and studying Garcia that Garcia didn't just play guitar. He played from what Mayer called a true place. And that true place isn't about technique, it's not about genre, it's not even about performance. It's all about spirit. It's all about channeling who you actually are, your pure self, through the instrument. And Mayer's point is that he himself isn't trying to imitate Garcia's licks or phrasing. He's trying to acquire that same kind of openness, that same sense of an artist showing you their entire interior world through 6 strings. And that's rare. And even more importantly is there are just not that many people trying to do that anymore. Mayer also said something that hit me like a lightning bolt, which is that Garcia presented his spirit as fully as possible when he played guitar, and that is why his music connected. It's not because it was perfect, it was because it was alive. It was warm and searching, but flawed, generous, and deeply human. So when Jerry played, he wasn't performing at you, he was showing you what it looks like when someone gives themselves permission to be completely themselves, and he encouraged everyone around him to feel and do the same. So I want to bring home a really important point here, at least to me, it's a really important point, which is that Garcia is still criminally underrated as a musician. Let's be honest, guitar culture just doesn't know what to do with Jerry Garcia because he doesn't fit any of the standard categories. He's not a shredder, he's not a bluesman, he's not a prog technician, he's not a jazz player. What Garcia did for the guitar will never be replicated, not because people can't play the notes, but because they can't live them. Garcia turned improvisation into a spiritual language. He made feel into an entire worldview. He blended every conceivable genre of music into something that wasn't just fusion, it was personality. And the public is forgetting it before they've even caught up. This is why John Mayer's praise, at least to me, is so important, because he's put his finger on exactly what made Garcia special, that he was honest and that he was extending out his emotional range through the guitar. The guitar was helping him to expand his spirit, and he was using the guitar to express that expanded spirit. So Jerry Garcia wasn't great because he had great tone, he wasn't great because he played interesting scales, he wasn't great because he could stretch a solo into the stratosphere. He was great because he used the guitar to tell the truth about himself and his experiences as a human being. And if you listen closely, John Mayer is trying to say, this is what I take away from my study of Garcia, is that it's not about what you can learn to do on the instrument, it's about how much you can express through it. And this is important because right now, there's so much emphasis on technique that people really don't care so much about personality. They're looking for people to show off and show that they can master the physical aspects of playing an instrument. But in reality, those are the least important things in becoming a full musician the way that Jerry Garcia was. So let me know what you think. Do you feel that Jerry Garcia is, as I say, an underrated guitarist? And do you think that there are any modern guitarists out there that are even carrying a piece of his spirit? Let me know in the comments below.
MusicGuru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.